The Pharaohs expedition is starting. Don't forget your like and subscribe. At Hetchisep Primary School, the principal announced a huge competition. Who can discover a pharaonic treasure before sunset? And the winners would get a trip to the pyramids. Of course, the team of Ra, Nefertiti, and Hattie was the loudest and most excited team in the whole school. Ra walked in carrying a giant backpack. "We're totally going to win! I found an old map in my grandpa's books." Nefertiti asked, "Is your grandpa an archaeologist?" Ra proudly replied, "Almost. He watches mummy movies more than he watches the news." Meanwhile, Hattie was holding snacks and water. "I'm in charge of the food, because without energy, we'll never find the treasure." They entered an old temple in the desert, full of statues and dust. Ra said, "Look, these carvings show the path to the treasure." Hattie touched a stone on the wall. "What does this one do?" Suddenly, the ground shook a little and dust rained down on them. Nefertiti shouted, "If this temple collapses, I'm telling everyone it was Ra's fault." As they walked through a very narrow corridor, Ra warned, "Be careful, nobody touched the walls." But Hattie said confidently, "Don't worry, I'll walk on my tiptoes." Then he slipped on a stone, fell into a small pit, and came out completely covered in dust. Nefertiti said, "Is this the treasure? Dust from ancient Egypt?" Hattie replied proudly, "Respect the relics, Nefertiti. This is historical dust." They all laughed and continued their way. They reached a room with 3 big statues holding keys: a gold key, a silver key, and a wooden key. On the wall it said, "Gold tempts you, silver deceives you, wood saves you." Ra said, "Then it must be the wood." Nefertiti said, "But it looks ugly." Hattie added, "Ugly means cheap, and cheap is always reliable." When they grabbed it, a secret door opened and the real treasure appeared, a golden chest filled with little statues that were laughing. They returned to school the next morning with messy hair and dusty clothes. The principal gasped, "Impossible! You actually found the treasure?" Nefertiti proudly said, "Yes, miss, and Hattie brought some souvenir dust, too." Everyone laughed, the whole school clapped, and Ra's team won the trip to the pyramids. Ra lifted the chest and said, "We found the Pharaoh's treasure, but next time we're bringing